Ah, come on. Yes. We don't have any friggin' comms. Did you say you could hear me? No way. Oh, we're back! Well, there you go. The excitement is back. Oh, my God. We've been working frantically in the background. And, well, that's what you get when you allow Pillars to come in late and just muddled up all my audios. And I do apologise, folks. I do apologise, drivers. Halfway gone, of course. And we've just seen Nat get past Scotty. Great move from him. Of course, Mitty's all over, Liam all over Mitty's. And Mitty's all over Verk. Have a look at this. A four-car fight for a friggin' P1. And it is absolutely alive. And, well, there you go. I do apologise, folks. I've been trying to get this going. And, well, the chiropractor in the chat. And, well, thank you very, very much for your helping assistance. Every time you said that you could hear me, you couldn't. I was getting excited. And, well, I had it on in the background, trying to wait until it came through. And, well, we just had to fix and whole rearrange a few plugins. And, never again, Pills. Never again. But we will push on. We will push on. Striker in P9 doing a great job. And let's just check these positions for everybody at home. What has happened out there, folks? What has happened? Verk out up 2. Of course, Mitty's down 1. Liam down 1. Fury, as you were, and same with Nat. Of course, Scotty up 1. Filth up 3. Fantastic. Fantastic from him. And, of course, the ever-consistent David in P8, up 5 spots. Wow. Doing a phenomenal job. Striker in 9th. Stayed 9th. Started 9th. And is staying 9th at the moment. There is Salmons down 4 spots. But I reckon Salmons has done his 2 stops. Oh, no, he has not. He's done his 1. The only one done, the 2 stops completed, done and dusted, doesn't need to stop again, is the Bopton. So, well, there you go. That is what's happening. Change for position out on circuit, and there is Striker getting by David. And, well, this is the battle we've all been used to. These guys here have been battling it out all season. Unfortunately, as I did touch on during qualifying, we missed Striker last week, and, well, David and Housey stretched their legs, but there is a double championship point round coming back up, folks. And, well, that can swing things back in, well, anyone's favour, really. Usually does, and did the first time round. We're going to move further up the field because have a look at that. Wow, Liam getting real crossed up. Or was that, excuse me, that was Mitty's. And, well, Liam just trying to put the traction down now, isn't he? And have a look at Fury hunting him. But Liam looks very, very slippery in that straight line, doesn't he? Very good exit. And Fury's just trying to hang on. They've all got their rear wings open. And, well, wow, this will go on many a laps, I dare say, as we'll flick further down to Scotty, because Scotty looks like he's starting to reel in that hammer again. And, well, this is going to be a battle long, a Grand Prix long battle. And, well, look at the filth. Look at the filth come alive. P7. And, well, he's doing great things, is this man. And the Orange Army rejoicing. Absolutely they are. And I'll tell you what, I just wish he had a great start to the season. Well, a consistent start to the season, of course. And, well, he would be, well, tussling with those 3 boys ahead of him. Of course, I speak of Striker, Housey, and the David, of course. Yes, they're all in the same group. That group 3, as Housey is there. He is there. Speak of the devil has joined on. He's well, he's right behind David, isn't he? And well, David has got Salmons between himself and Striker. And this is a group 3 battle for the ages, folks. All very close in points and very, very competitive as we speak. But we'll flick further up because, well, it is just stabilised, hasn't it? There's nothing major happening, but Verk has boxed. Verk has boxed. He's going to go for the second stop now. And, well, looking for that undercut. So probably a wise decision. Let's just see what he's going to throw on the hard compounds to the end. 16 laps. They will do that quite comfortably, folks. And there you go. Oh, what a shame we had audio issues. But there you go. We are back. And Housey in P11 having a good look at David on much fresher tyres is the Housey. Let's just check these stops again, folks. Who's done two? Bopton, Bender, Verk. They're the only ones that have done the two, folks. Everybody else needs to stop again. Yes, you guessed it. Mandatory two-stop race. And, well, that is what is happening out there, of course. And, well, get rid of that view. It looks like Housey's about to make a move on the inside of turn one, but David's going to hold out. He certainly is. Later on the brakes is Housey. No, he's not. And, well, David holding his line very, very well. Housey needs a good exit out of this one to get a good run. Looks like he's got it. He certainly has got it. And, wowee, awesome move from the Housey up the inside of David. And, well, there you go. He can start to try to stretch his legs a little bit. He punched in the air because he's got a lot fresher tyres, and he can start to reel in Salmons and Striker, who are just ahead of him, of course. And let's bring up some detail. What's happening towards the front? Well, there is Fury. Fury all over the two in front of him. They've boxed. It's released Fury. It has released Fury. And, well, this is head down, bum up stuff. Of course, yes, Fury looking to make amends. Currently leading this one. Still needs to make another stop, of course. And, of course, look at that gap to Verk. Let's just bring up to the leader. And there you go. 19 seconds, 18.9 seconds as we speak. So, well, Verk look like he's going to comfortably take or regain the lead of this race, of course. But, well, Fury just needs to keep pushing, doesn't he? Absolutely needs to keep pushing. Needs to make this lap count, of course. Needs to make his out lap count. And, well, at the moment, 18.8 is going to be very, very close. And let's just see how he gets on, of course. Yes, I dare say he will be boxing at the end of this lap. But, yes, well, wait to see. Wait to find out, of course. Yes, there is Scotty. And he's hovering still behind Nat Hammer, isn't he? And, well, Salmon's all over Housey. Have a look at this. Housey's got by him. Housey's got by him. He's got by him. He certainly has. And he's put Salmons in between himself and David. I do apologise, mate. We did miss that one, but Housey has come alive. 5-lap-old hards versus, well, look who's around him. 11-lap-old, 12-lap-old, 14-lap-old. And, well, definitely reaping the rewards of that fresher boot as, well, he starts to make hay. And I dare say, who is that? That has got to be Z, a disconnected Z. It looks like a disconnected Z. It certainly is a disconnected Z. And, well, unfortunate for that man. Just couldn't get it together tonight, unfortunately. Having storms in his area, of course. And, well, we unfortunate from that man, but we'll see him next week. And, well, that would have definitely lit the eyes up of the JD boys. As I did touch on earlier, they have got 4 drivers out on track. Of course, Lamborghini currently leading the championship by 2 points at the moment from JD. But missing one Z with his connection, and well, there you go. That is the story in a nutshell for this one. Fury still trying to hang on to that DRS zone, isn't he? He's absolutely freaking for it, of course. 1.1 seconds now, and he just doesn't want to overcook those hards, of course. He does not need to stop again. They have all done, well, not all of them, but look at that. The top 4 done their 2 stops, and the bottom 2, of course. Salmon's in the pit lane for the second of his last stops, and, well, there you go, as I did touch on, and we will keep touching on mandatory 2-stop race, folks. And, well, there you go. That is what the boys are doing out there on circuit. And where has Salmons fed out? Not too bad at all. In some clean air, to be honest with you. And, well, he wouldn't mind that at all. He's got fresher boots. He can start to reel in that gap. And, of course, he might undercut those guys in front of him. Of course, the undercut is extremely powerful on this game, folks. And, well, there you go. So that is what's happening. Snipes, unfortunate with a 3-second time penalty. But the lad is doing great things up in a P12. So doing a good job is the Snipes. There is Fury, of course, 3rd in the championship. Minnie's having a great race as well, trying to hang on to that DRS from Verk. And we all know what Verk's trying to do here, folks. He's absolutely trying to break that DRS monkey back. And it looks like he's just about done it. And he's probably spent a bit to get it done too. He certainly has, according to that there on his steering wheel. He's got 40-odd% battery. And, well, there you go. He's 1.2 seconds clear. He is safe. Middies has to worry about Liam Ramsell now. Excuse me, in DRS. Have a look at the 2 behind him. They are absolutely on hot pursuit for those final podium positions, of course. Yes, 13 laps remaining. We have got a spinning Pink Panther, and it looks like the Bopton. It certainly is the Bopton, and just struggling around this circuit, of course. And, well, let's just see if he can get himself fixed up for the remaining handful of Grand Prix after this one, of course. Yes, 6 rounds remaining, and this championship is not over. There is a double championship points to come in a couple of races' time, of course. Next week, we're in Canada, but this is an absolute belter. Scotty's still hanging on. Nat doing a solid job, of course. He certainly is. He's got a couple of lap fresher tyres, but looks like he's just starting to put in those consistent laps, unless Scotty was doing a little bit of a charge behind the, well, just to sort of give himself some battery life, of course, for when he needs it. But this is where it's at, folks. This is where it's at. P1, 2, 3, and 4. And very, very enthralling battle. And, well, the gaps haven't opened up too much from where they are, have they? And, well, that is that. Let's just keep an eye on who else is out there. Of course, we got to keep an eye on Scotty. And, well, all the rest of the boys yet to make their pit stop for the second time. And, well, there is the stops. And, well, as you can see for yourself, there is quite a few of them yet to stop again. Need to stop again, excuse me. There is from P5 all the way down to P10, of course. And then you've got the Blue Dog in between and Z. But Z is DQ'd. He is disconnected. And unfortunate from that man. But, yes, we will push on, folks. And, well, that is what is happening. Get rid of the stops. We really put the tyres on, and that is all we need. So, well, it is a run to the flag now, folks. Just those guys with, well, that with 15 to 13 to 17 lap olds, they definitely need to stop again, of course. Otherwise, they will be disqualified. It's a mandatory two-stop race yet again. There is Liam, excuse me, and unfortunately, he will not be happy with that. He's got a 3-second time limit penalty, and that is for track limits, of course, and Fury be loving it if he can hang where he is. And Liam looks like he's absolutely wringing the neck, a little bit sideways there, a bit loosey-goosey coming out of these, well, power-happy exiting corners. And, well, let's just see if Fury's caught up just ever so slightly. But look how slippery Liam's car is in a straight line, of course. We are seeing a change for position because Nat has boxed. Scotty staying out an extra lap. And, well, Scotty, he's, tell you what, he's chancing his arm here, folks. 16 lap old hards. He's, well, does he need to stop again? I cannot remember for the life of me. He certainly does. And, well, there you go. He's probably hoping for a VSC or an SC because it's going to throw him out of kilter a little bit. Of course, there is a bit of a gap to Filthy Orange, who is his teammate. And, yes, that is 6 now. It certainly is. Let's just double check for you, mate. And it certainly is 6. And, well, you can get stuck into him, Mr. Chiropractor. But, yes, he's pushing the hell out of that car, that reserve car. He wants to get up there at the front. And, well, he's doing his darndest, but he's got a couple of formidable opponents in front of him, of course, and one right behind him. I speak of none other than Fury, Middies, and Verk. Giving him a good old run for his money, and, well, Junior just trying to hang on to the back of Middies here, and he's starting to feel the pressure from Fury, because Fury has not moved. He certainly has not moved, and, well, that is where this race is. Of course, Striker, there he is there, out of the pit lane, fresh hards, go to the end. Yes, 11 laps remaining, folks, and, well, Salmon's just ahead of him on, in P9, so a couple of Coca-Cola boys doing their thing with a JD in between, and a Nat Hammer in P7, of course. They will gain a couple more spots, of course, because, well, 2 guys in front still yet to need to make their 2 stops, of course. That is Housey, that is Scotty, and, of course, Blue Dog needs to make his 2nd stop as well. But we'll move further afield because Middies is real close. He's real close. Let's go off this, and let's just see if he's going to stick it around the outside, which will become the inside for the next one. He just needs to hang it out. They've got to give each other racing room, and they have. And, well, look at the exit. Verk gets around the outside, and... he certainly will. And, well, you can't retire. You can't retire. That's right, mate, of course. And while you're in the server, and whenever there's a situation like this, Chiropractor, and you're able to, mate, by all means, let me know. Get that reserve livery all sorted and get in the lobby, mate. Get in the lobby, of course. We could have fit you in tonight if you were available. But, yeah, it's up to you, my friend. Up to you. But nevertheless, we will push on because Fury all over Liam. Have a look at this. 0.2 of a second, folks. And, but just can't do anything about it. He's very good through Sector 2 and Sector 3 is... He's very good through Sector 2 and Sector 3 is Mr. Fury. But of course, Liam, look at the gap open up. They've all got DRS right, but have a look at the gap open up just on the straight line, meaning aerodynamically it is a lot slipperier than, of course, Fury. Of course, Mitty's going around the outside into turn 1, which will be the inside of turn 2, the outside of turn 3. And, well, there you go. Nowhere to do it through there. And, well, this is a great battle, of course. And let's just see how this one pans out. 9 laps remaining. Plenty of time left in this one to decide it. And I dare say it's going to go to the wire. They're lapping very, very similar as Middies gets the job done. Has he got it done finally? Has he got it done finally? I think he might have. He certainly has. Oh, he's got a bit tail happy, loosey-goosey, and it's cost him. It's absolutely cost him. He has to slot into P2. And, well, Titu, wow, how do you say that? Tito Babu. Thank you very much for your follow. Much appreciated. Well, according to that, you are follower number 219. And, yeah, he's 6 to 6. Well, unfortunate. But maybe one day in the future, senior. And we'll see how that goes. Thank you very much for your follow. Tito Babu. I think I've said that right. Tito Babu, I'm not too sure, but yes, welcome to Southern Cross Racing. And, well, yes, Mexico, box, mandatory 2-stop race around here, folks, for us. And, well, the boys, I'm sure they've all done it, except for one. I do believe it is the Housey. It certainly is. And, well, he'll be looking to probably, maybe, possibly put a soft on at the very end. He's got plenty of lap life left in that, of course, hard compound. But will you get rid of it early? Let's just see where he's at, of course. You've got 8-3. I dare say he's going to come around about David's area, isn't he? In between Striker David, or just after David, is where Housey is going to pop out. And he's probably looking to use the clean air to his advantage here. David, let's just have a look what's happening here. He is out of DRS, of course, folks. And, well, he's on 3-lap old, so in fresh air. And, well, he's getting his head down too, isn't he? Trying to put these big laps in because he knows Housey just ahead of him. Yet to make that second stop, and yes, you'll take us. Yes, you will, sir. You certainly will. And, well, I will allow it, mate. I will allow it. Don't worry about what your missus says. We will allow it. It's got to be done. It has to be done. And, well, a worthy recipient of a reserve drive is the chiropractor. But we'll see about that in due course. There is Fury. Still 2 tenths, isn't it? These gaps haven't moved. Middies is still there. I reckon Verk hasn't sweated this much in a long time. He's under the pump. He's our championship leader. Tell you what, Middies is fired up. He's not letting him get away. And we're in the last 8 laps of this Grand Prix, folks. And, well, fantastic to see. Fury ain't catching Liam on the straight. Look at it open up. He can try as much as he wants, but he can't do anything about it. Liam's very slippery in a straight line. And, well, there you go. But not quick enough to get those guys ahead because they were pulling away as well. Similar setups, these two, by the look of things. And yes, absolutely. Come on, yes, you went through hell in Italy, the standing platform and all sorts of stuff. And I told Liam about that a few weeks ago, and he absolutely cried. And, well, I still do cry, and we all have a good laugh about it. And a funny story, but to be told at the right time. And, well, nevertheless, Mr. Chiropractor, you'll be a reserve. It's okay. And you can join us. You're a clean driver. And that's what matters, of course. We'll flick up to the top because, well, still 3 tenths of a second, isn't it? There it is there. That is the battle. That is first, second, third, and fourth, if you don't mind. And, well, there you go. This is going to go all the way down to the final lap. Liam's got that 6 seconds to his name, so it's going to drop him like a stone. He should be safe from Nat Hammer, but Nat Hammer will be wanting to get that hammer down, of course, and absolutely get within that 6 seconds because he knows he's going to jump another spot. Of course, with Liam having those penalties to his name, and his old man in the chat, not happy about it either. And there is Bender copping another one, and he spun. Bender is around. And where is he? Excuse me. Yellow flags in Sector 2, in the middle of the S's, where it's to be expected if you're going to lose it there. That's where you typically do. And, well, very easy to do on this circuit, of course. Let's just get a bit loosey-goosey, and, well, that is all said and done. That is Z getting lapped, of course. Yes, disconnected at the start. Didn't participate in qualifying. He is ghosting. The boys will drive through him. And, well, they should pass him in no time at all, of course. We'll just have a look at this one because Middy's in all that kerfuffle has got ahead. Oh, hang on a minute, folks. We've got a VSC. We have got a VSC. Why do we have a VSC? Let's just have a look. It looks like everyone's pointing in the right direction. There is a VSC out there. And I'm not too sure if that was for Bender's spin, but that happened a while ago. And, well, it's a bit late on the call from that. He's got 26 from Liam. He certainly does there, mate. And, well, there you go. There you go. So, well... Yes, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? Well, there you go. Yeah, chiropractor, my old eyes. I just went, well, I think I had a senior moment. I think I had a senior moment. Yes, Housey still needs to make that second stop. Still needs to make that second stop. He's the only one out there, of course. And, well, let's just get all of them to the checkered flag. They will score points, of course. And mainly those two Pink Panther boys that are just struggling at the moment. Just bring it home, lads. It is points regardless. And, well, the team needs you to step up and, well, bring those cars home, of course. Been missing the Bender of late. Great to see him back. And, well, Snipester, there he is there in the pit lane. And, well, getting another set of tyres or maybe possibly a front wing. Not too sure what is happening out there with Snipes, but doing a great job in P13. And looks like he's going to stay there, mate. It looks like he's absolutely going to stay there. But in battle, here is, we'll have a look at Salmon's come alive. He's been hunting Filthy for the last few laps, hasn't he? And look at him just start to close in. And, well, there you go. He's going to make the move. He certainly is going to make the move. There is Filthy just going by the wayside. And, of course, Salmon's, the Group 2 driver, moves ahead of the JDR Group 3 driver. And, well, there you go. Well, yeah, not that far. Well, yeah, quite a way off that mark there, mate. But anyway, I'll pay you that one there, Cairo. I'll pay you that one. Not too far off, he reckons. Well, I bloody hope not. Anyway, yes, Fury doing a great job. Just can't seem to make inroads. The gaps have stabilised. Wonder if Verk is doing a bit of a charge on his battery. He's absolutely trying to, well, save that battery for the latter parts of the Grand Prix. Middies might be spending. No, he's not. A little bit, not so much. But yeah, have a look. It's very much almost level pegging. I dare say roughly 30-odd% each is what they've got. So there you go. Have a look at that. Verk around the outside of turn 1. We'll take the inside of turn 2. Brilliant move. What a move from the Verk. And that is throwing him up into P1. Middies, well, I tell you what, is... might caught it napping there, I'm not too sure. But Verk just took his chance, sent it up the inside. Middies left the space. And, well, Verk retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. 32 of 36 here, folks. And, well, doing a fantastic job is our championship leader. A great race so far, folks. Unfortunate thing was the audio issues at the beginning. And, yes, we do apologise. But there you go. Filthy Orange having a look. And, well, just manages to hold the car. And, well, there is Striker just behind, trying to catch as well. So, Filthy Orange doing a great job. There is Salmons just getting through, of course, Z, who has disconnected. And Filthy following suit, of course. And, well, Cairo's got ads. He's got ads. But, yes, you can subscribe, Cairo. And, well, they will disappear for you, of course. But anyway, we'll push on. Yes, we certainly will, because Verk's starting to stretch his legs. Have a look at that. 7/10 of a second at the moment. Yes, middies will close in through this part of the lap. Yes, DRS and all that stuff. But let's just keep an eye on it. He closes within 2/10 at the end of that straight. But look through here. Verk just looks like he's absolutely on rails. And, well, middies a lot more careful, isn't he? A lot more careful that time round. And putting the power down at the right increments. And, well, look at that. Verk did not get away at all that lap. Excuse me. Minis is hanging on for dear life. I'll tell you what, folks. Let's just put the tyres on and let's check out. Well, there you go. It is one lap. He's got 1 lap fresher tyres than Verk. And, well, that probably won't make a difference when they're on 13 and 12 lap old, respectively. But Scotty, there is Scotty. I tell you what, closing and closing, slowly but surely. And, well, trying to hone in on Nat. But, well, there you go. And Nat just doing his thing, kind of in no man's land a little bit. 20-odd seconds behind Fury, of course. And he's got Scotty for company, but he's further 2.5 seconds behind the road, of course. Only 6 races left, so maybe next season. That doesn't matter, mate. That does not matter. I mean, there's, well, that is 6 weeks, of course, yes, and you only need 1 sick day. So, I mean, take your choice on the calendar, pull that sickie, mate, and get your butt on the grid, of course. Salmon's having a good look at Filthy now, and, well, Filthy doing a fantastic job. Salmons and Striker have penalties to their names respectively. And, well, Salmons on 9. Oh, that's going to hurt. That is going to hurt. I'll tell you what, ideally he wants to be ahead of Housey. But not too sure of how that's going to progress later on in the Grand Prix, of course. And, well, Striker, there you go. Striker with 3 seconds. Liam with 6. And, well, Snipes with 3. Doing a good job is the Snipes to only have 3. This track is very track limit happy, and it's all through that second sector is where you do the damage. And, well, the boys so far doing a good job. Here, have a look at Fury. Is Fury, well, I'll tell you what, I've seen the gap. It was real close. He was having a good sniff. And let's just see. This is a great battle. I reckon these boys will be loving this. And, well, Filthy Orange having a good look at Salmons. Not too sure what happened there. He got real close as well, didn't he? But, yes, that was all into the approach of turn 1. We're going to stay with this battle. We've got a magnificent helicopter shot, of course. Yes, they've filled the chopper. It is up in the air. And, well, should be more options for this everywhere, of course. Brilliant shots here at Mexico City. Yes, the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, of course, yes, here in Mexico City. And, well, a very high altitude track. The air is thin. The downforce, well, I'll tell you what, in real life, is slightly higher than what you would imagine. And, yes, just because the air is thin, of course, it is at altitude. And, well, thinner the air, the lower the... well, the lower the density, of course, and the lower effect it has on the downforce. And, well, that is what they experience in the real stuff. And very, very tricky to get that one right. Very similar to other races of nature with the, well, the humidity is the same deal with density in the air, of course. And we talk of none other than Singapore. And, well, same sort of deal. Yes, even though it is a twisty, windy track, it is rather a quick track, but at the same time, running super high wings around there, just simply because of air densities. And, well, that is the art of it, of course. And we'll have a look at Filthy, having a good look at Salmon, saying, no, you don't, son, I'm not letting you go. And Middies has checked out. I'm not too sure if Ferk has made a mistake, but Middies has checked out. He's broken the DRS back. He's going to take a win here, folks. Can he take a win? And let's just see how this one goes. 1.2 seconds. That is the gap. You can see it for yourselves. You can see the distance, folks. That is P1, P2, P3. There is Liam just there behind him. And, of course, P4, Mr. Fury Strat. Mr. Fury Strat. Whoa, that was many years ago. VSC Fury. And there you go. It has been a bit of a messy one. Audios must have thrown me off a little bit. I do apologize. But there you go. Filthy Orange still doing a fantastic job. We are on the last lap of the Grand Prix. We're going to go to the leader. There he is there in the, well, at the end, the first sector to start the second sector. Still 1.2 seconds here, folks. Can Middies hang on? Can Middies hang on? That's the big question. And, well, I'll tell you what, Pink Panther certainly need his points. And doing a solid job is the Middies. The Greek God. And looks like he's going to hang on to this one. Verk's worrying about his rear wing. Excuse me. And, well, Liam not giving this one up, regardless of the track penalties. I dare say would still like to get the job done, of course. And, well, he has tried many times before in the races that he has reserved in the past, but hasn't quite got the chocolates over Verk. And Verk in P2, Liam in P3, but nevertheless, Middies, the Great God, P1, he's in P1, he's got a few more corners to go. He's just got to bring it home. Bring it home, son. Get that win. Come on, son. Great God. Pink Panther. P1 for that man. Great job. Great driving. He takes the win. Verk, P2. And, well, Liam will drop like a stone. Fury will take the remaining podium position. And, well, P3 from that man. The top 4, outstanding. Outstanding. Scotty closed within 1.3 seconds of Nat in the end. Gallant effort. Just not enough in the end, and will stay P6. Nat will keep that 5th position, of course. And there you go. There you go. It certainly is. It certainly is. Junior in chat saying, well, this track is difficult to get no pens on controller. It certainly is. Even on wheel, it's a little bit difficult as well. You've just got to be a bit careful around here. Of course, we were talking about it during the race. Sector 2 is what usually does it. And there you go. Salmons will drop. Filthy Orange will take P7. That's a great result for JDR. Have a look at the Coke boys. 5th, 8th, and 9th, respectively. But, well, the Lamborghini guys, what's happened with them? What has happened with them? Verk, P2, as we did say. But Housey, there he is there in P11, crossing the line. Blue Dog, 12th. And, of course, Z will not score points, unfortunately. Disconnected early doors. And, well, Snipestar, there he is there. Fantastic from that man. P13. He's just going to bring it across the line. He looks like he's gone for a faster slap at the end. In his group, can he get it done? Whoa, we'll have a good look. We'll have a good look at that from the Snipes. But fantastic to see. He's thinking, and I dare say he's got some good guys around him, guiding him through, of course, Fury, Scotty, and the Orange Man. And, well, that team there coming on leaps and bounds, of course. And, well, I dare say after this race, back on the top step of the Constructors' Championship. But there you go. That is the celebrations. We won't worry about that. And we'll get to the timing screens and have a good look at this. Middies takes this one out. And, well, I forgot to do the pole position for the great man. But there you go, Middies. My apologies. But this was for qualifying earlier. We were sorting out audio issues.
Yes, it's pole position. Yes.
Well, better late than never, as they say. And, well, as I did say, we had audio issues at the very beginning and, well, at the end of qualifying and at the start of the race. And we do apologise. We have got that all sorted. We're going to go on a brief pause, folks. We are going to get the drivers in for an interview, our driver of the day, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, folks, we are back. We have got our drivers in for an interview. And, well, we will reveal the driver of the day. I'm not too sure if he does interviews, of course. Our P1 driver, the guy who took the chocolates in the end, of course, the Greek god, Middies. Yes, a driver of the day, rightly so. And fantastic effort from that man. He did a fantastic job to reel in our championship leader. It was a great battle between the top three, but there could only be one, of course. There could only be one. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to start off with our third place man. Why not? He fought for it, didn't he? He fought tooth and nail. He was just hanging off the back there. He was trying to get Liam. And of course, Liam was very slippery in a straight line. Fury could not catch that ground he needed to, of course, on that start-finish straight. Just stuck in and hoped Liam made a mistake. But nevertheless, penalties all through. He jumps up to P3. Fantastic, Fury. Great drive, mate. That was awesome to see. I'll tell you what, a bit sweaty after that one.
A little bit. I'll be honest, it's just nice to finish in the same postcode as the race winner. That's probably the biggest thing. Yeah, it was a solid race. Like, we had a solid qualifying. I think the second lap was really solid. Got into qualifying P4, lost a place at the start to Nat, and kind of had to burn a lot of battery to get back in the DRS with the boys in front. And we kind of all played a very similar game with the strategy. It was interesting to see Midas and Bert go to a second set of mediums. I'm not sure if they gained anything with that, but I was a little bit surprised how well their tyres hung on in the middle stint. So they did really well to get them out there. Unfortunately, it's just the case of fourth car in the train. I had a lot of pace. I think the VSE towards the end probably hurt me a lot more than it helped. I had pace over the top, probably equivalent, if not a little bit quicker than the top three. I know Midas and Verk were battling pretty hard, but at the time the VSE come out, I actually had better pace. I just couldn't utilize it because being the fourth car in the train, you're just sitting there. Unless the guy in front of you makes a pretty big error, like the opportunity doesn't open up because he's getting DRS and towed along, you're getting DRS and towed along. So unless there's a big error, then you can't really make a move. And wasn't going to send anything silly when I saw he had pens. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we'll take the P3. It's solid points for the team at the end of the day, and that's what realistically my focus has been about all season. So nice to finish up the pointy end and be with the top guys all race rather than being about 20 odd seconds behind and in a different postcode. So we'll take it, and hats off to Ramsell, Verk, Midas. Like, we all, I think I had a close little tussle with Verk and Midas, and they got past me, but that's just how the racing goes when they've got a compound advantage at the time. And huge shout out to Scotty. I know he was struggling. He woke up about 5 minutes before the race starts. So GG's for him to get in.
Well done, Scotty.
But big shout out again to Snipe. He got fastest lap.
He did
pretty
get
sure
it,
for
yes.
Group 4 again. And huge result for Filthy Orange.
I tell you
to
what,
have
he's come
3
alive.
JDR cars in the top 10 is a massive result for us. So we'll take that. I do believe with potentially with Z's net issues, we might actually take back the constructors lead again.
Well, I
after
think
losing it last week. So,
I think that is the case
good.
there, Fury. I think that is the case, mate. And yes, Z will not be scoring points this round. He will be back next week, of course, at Canada. But nevertheless, you guys will be taking top spot of that constructors title, of course. Yes, JDR doing their thing, and their team is starting to gel at the right part of the season. It is fantastic to see. And I'll tell you what, none other than this man cracking the whip in the background is Fury doing the team things. And absolutely love how this man goes about it in the team aspect, of course. But nevertheless, P3 from that man. Fantastic racing. Great job, Fury. And we'll see you next week at Canada, of course, where you and one other particular driver have great history. But let's just hope we don't have a repeat of that, of course. Many moons ago, the Banana Benders are in the Renault representing Queensland real well in a team chat. And I don't know, one went one way, one went the other. They got confused. And, back straight, nose to stern, and was a bit of a laugh. So, there you go. That was many moons ago. And, we're at Canada next week. Let's just hope the resident Canadian JC can make an appearance. Of course, missing this one as well. But there you go. We will move to our race winner. Congratulations again, Fury, on your P3. Excuse me, our P2 place getter, of course. Yes, I speak of none other than our championship leader. And, Verky baby, had to work for that one. And, the boys were loving being in the same postcode, as Fury did touch on. But talk us through it, mate. Talk us through it. You got to have a good look at these boys for a change instead of doing your own thing in some clean air. And, you would have enjoyed that, even though it might have been a little bit sweaty, a bit hot under the collar. It still is always good fun when it is that close. Talk us through it, mate. Talk us through the challenges that you were faced through that Grand Prix.
I think I just had from lap 1 to lap 36 was a difficult. I mean, Midas and Liam, man, they're just freaks at this track. Ever since quali, I knew I'd had my work cut out. So tried to undercut on both stints, and obviously it worked out. But with Midas, yeah, he was definitely running a little bit downforce because he could close that gap through sector 2 fairly quick and through. So yeah, right. Yeah, no, all good. Go. Yeah, no, congrats on who is Midas? Congrats on Midas. He drove very well.
Yeah, absolutely, and a rightly deserving driver of the day. We do have to cut this one short, folks. Got a pressing engagement, but we will push on, and hopefully you enjoyed that one. We do apologise for the audio issues that happened at the start of the Grand Prix. We definitely got our head around it in the end, but you can send your complaints to Pillars for that one. He is going to take the blame, of course, yes. He certainly will, whether he likes it or not, and no, we love the man. We do appreciate his efforts for trying to, to help us out in the comms box, but in the end, yes, we did have some audio issues. We sorted that out, got that fixed up by about lap 8, and, the drivers can enjoy the rest of the Grand Prix. But nevertheless, we will be back next week, as I did touch on, at Canada, of course, and, looking forward to that one. I do believe it is a sprint and feature round. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it is, because, if the real life one was, no, it was not. It is not. It's a standard race weekend, and, looking forward to that one. Folks, we've loved bringing that one to you. We hope you enjoyed it as well. We're going to leave you at that for now. Thank you very much for watching. We are Southern Cross Racing, and no, chiropractor, you cannot do that. You cannot get free subs. Buy some, you tight bastard. Anyway, push on. We'll move on. Thank you very much, folks. We are Southern Cross Racing. Goodbye.